have to go pick that cotton. No, I don't. I ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die. I can't do this. What do you mean you can't do it? You mean you won't do it? So just say that. We all know. We all know what I can't means. And we just act like we don't. We don't understand that it's a completely defeatist statement and is pretty much not good for anything. When we say we can't, we're talking about what we're not going to do. It's as simple as that. That's all. But the thing we do is, instead of saying that, we change it. We change it to something else. We try to, at least, try to. Now we're saying, okay, I'll try to do that. Now you're trying. You're still not doing. You're still not doing anything. You're still not going to do anything. And then we go to the other one. I have to. You have to? Really? You have to? I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to. I know I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. And you're just like me, because you're a person living on Earth, living on planet Earth. You don't have to do anything. I am dead serious. There is nothing in this world you have to do. Actually, there's a couple things. And when I say a couple, I mean two. I mean two things. And every black person watching this already knows the two things I'm gonna say. I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die. That's it. I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die. Whoever said that first, bars. Bars. Like, I ain't gotta do nothing but stay black and die. Who came back with that? Like, somebody told them to do something. No, somebody told them that they had to do something, right? They were like, you have to go and do this. You have to go and pick that cotton. I just imagine it was a slave. I'm just... You have to go pick that cotton. No, I don't. I ain't got to do nothing but stay black and die. And, you know, enter your race or other immutable quality there. You ain't got to do nothing but stay that and die. That's all you have to do. Everything else you want to do. That's another thing. And we'll have to get to that later. But that's a crazy thing that I'm even still trying to take grips of myself. We only do what we want to do. Doesn't that sound crazy? I only do what I want to do? You only do what you want to do. There's no way. Like, I have to do so many things. How can I only do what I want to do? I had to do this thing the other day that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to get up this morning. What do you mean? I got up this morning and I didn't want to. Yeah, you did. You wanted to. At some point, you wanted to. So you did. Anything you do, you want to do. What if somebody's holding a gun to my head? That's the one they always go to. They always go to that. Somebody's holding a gun to my head. They're gonna kill my family. They're gonna kill my family. I have to do it. You can die. Your family can die. You can choose not to do it. You don't have to do it. You want to do it because you don't want to die. You want to do it because you don't want your family to die. And crazy situation that people always want to flock to when you hear something like that. You're like, no, what if you got a gun to your head? No, it doesn't matter. It's always the same. This is going to come up a lot with me. Most things that are true are intrinsically true. Like it's always true. Or at least almost always true. For the most part, in realistic scenarios, it's true. And it is true that you don't have to do anything. So stop saying you have to replace I can't, because it is not better. I know it seems better, but I guarantee you it is not better. I know it feels good to be like, man, I really don't want to get on the treadmill. Really don't want to get up and go get on the treadmill and walk at a generously brisk pace for a little while. Like, I don't want to do that. But you know what? I have to. I have to go do that. Yeah. You get hyped up. Get hyped up like, yeah, I have to do that thing. You're probably not going to do it if you keep saying that you have to do it. Think about all the things you had to do that you didn't do. Just think about it. Think about how many times you said, I have to do this, and then you went on to not do it anyway. It's probably around the same amount of times that you said that you couldn't do it. It's probably not too far off. I guarantee you. It's probably not too far off. Now, you say, what do I say then? I can't say I can't. I can't say that I tried, and you're still saying I can't. You don't want to say I can't. You don't want to say that you're going to try to do something. You don't want to say that you have to do something. Because you don't want to do anything that you have to do. That's why you have to do it. That's why you feel like you have to do it. But you actually don't. Because guess what? You didn't do it. So you say, I am going to do it. Yeah, simple as that. It's not profound at all. It's just, I will do that, or I'm not going to do that. That's another one, because often when we say I can't, when I say I can't, that's the worst one for me. When I say I can't is when I'm lying. You're kind of always lying when you say you can't. Most of the time you're lying. But when you know that you're lying, when someone asks you to do something and you don't want to do it, so you come up with a reason that you can't. Oh, I can't because I have this other thing going on and I have to do that. But so I can't do that thing you asked me to do. No, I don't want to do that thing. I don't want to help you move. I'm not going to. Because I don't want to. Because the friendship is not that deep. Whatever. But we would never say that. We would never say anything like that. We need people to like us. So we lie to our friends. We lie to our friends all the time when we say I can't. You're almost always lying when you say you can't. So why do we keep saying that to ourselves? It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. You're gonna tell yourself that you can't do something? Like, come on. You can say, I don't know how to do that yet. And You know, I did say that whole thing about you don't want to go and watch a bunch of how-to videos and stuff about doing stuff. But there are levels to that. Of course, you gotta start somewhere. But get the basics of what you're going to do, not what you're trying to do, what you're going to do, and then go and start doing it. Now we're back to starting. Right back to starting. All this stuff that is intrinsically true, they all funnel into each other. And it just makes sense. It just makes sense. That's most of the things that are true just make sense. And we try to complicate it. We always try to complicate it. Like, how do I lose weight? That's the worst one. How do I lose weight? It's only one thing. There's two things involved in that you have to do, but they're kind of one thing. And it is eat less, move more. That's it. And if you watch a decent amount of these types of videos, I'm sure you have heard that, but you don't believe it. You still don't believe it because you probably haven't started eating less and moving more. And then you look at these. I looked at a video last night about a guy who, transformed his body in a year, and he looks incredible. He claims he did it in 1 year, and I believe him because he shows what he was doing, and it's impressive, and it's inspiring, or it feels like it's inspiring. But I'm not about to go and do all that. Notice I didn't say I can't. I didn't say I can't do that. I'm not going to say I can't do 100 burpees and then do 30 minutes of jump rope like every day and find a way to squeeze in 35 what was it? Yeah, 35,000 steps. Like, I'm not gonna say I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that right now. Why? Because I'm starting where I'm at. I know what I can do. I can get up and I can walk on this treadmill at a brisk pace, and it doesn't have to be this fast. Like, you don't have to do a whole lot when you've been doing very little. Like, it's levels to it. You have to meet yourself where you're at. You can't try to go jumping off cliffs like as soon as you see somebody else did it. Like that, you don't need to do that. You know why? Because you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. We only do what we want to do. It's not that you can't do something, it's that you won't do something, or you don't want to do something. It's all the same. It all comes, I don't know how many times I have to say it. And even I think about the last Batman film. I really like one scene where it's like overlooking the city, like you're really seeing Gotham, and Batman is writing in his diary talking about the crusade he's been on, and he's been doing it for 2 years. And he says it's something like, it's been 2 years I've been at this, and so it's like robbery, murder, rape, all up in the 2 years I've been doing this. The city is trying to eat itself alive. I have to push myself. No, you don't, Batman. You don't have to push yourself. You don't have to push yourself. You want to push yourself. You're going to push yourself because you're Batman. Like Batman doesn't have to go out and fight crime because his parents were murdered. Like, he does it because he wants to. Doesn't have to. Just like you do all the little things that you want to do, even if it's sitting around being lazy, not doing much. You want to do that, but you'll sit around and say, oh, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to have this gut. I don't want to have this big gut. But you won't get up and do anything. Think about it. You're not going to, as long as you keep saying what you can't do. You don't need to know what you can't do. That's our problems too. Like, we gotta get that out of the way. Forget what you think you can't do. Start believing. Believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And I think that's all I have to say on that topic. And I am going to keep going with this for a while, but I'm not going to have you ramble with me. Just remember, replace I can't with I will, I'm not going to, I don't want to, or I have to. Also have to. You also need to replace with those things. You don't want to have to do anything. That's why you don't like. That's why you usually don't do what you have to. Well, I gotta pay bills. I have to pay the bills. I have to eat. You don't have to pay bills. You know how many people don't pay their bills? You don't have to eat. You can die. You can just die. You don't have to eat. Yes, you have to eat to live. You have to eat to live, but now you're ping-ponging, you're bouncing. You're bouncing around. Don't do that to yourself. Don't say I have to do this thing because this will happen. Say that you want to do this thing because you want this outcome. And that's it. That's all. And of course, when you're doing those things, that is doing things explicitly with intent. That is all. See you in the next one. I'm gonna keep walking it out.